Hello, I'm the Loot Cartographer, and this is the 181st video in my Fallout 76 Surveyal series, and here we are at the Foundation Outpost. Taking a look at the map, we are right here to the south of Huntersville, to the east of Foundation, in this new site that's been added with the Test Your Metal update. Before the update, this was an unmarked location, one of the 2 radioactive craters found here in Appalachia. I don't know why the folks from Foundation decided to set up an outpost on one of the most radioactive sites in the area, but they did, so that's where we are now. Now, the enemies you're going to find here are Supermutants, as you can see down there. There are only 3 here normally, but there is a new event here as well called Eviction Notice. Now, that means that at the top of the hour and then every 20 minutes after that, there are 3 new events with Test Your Metal. There's Eviction Notice, there's Moonshine, Jamboree, and Test Your Metal. And so, basically, at the top of the hour, you'll get one of these events randomly, then 20 minutes later, you'll get another event, and then another one 20 minutes after that. I managed to record the Eviction Notice event already, so if there is the Eviction Notice, I'll show you that footage later, but let's just say that if the Eviction Notice event is going on, there are going to be way more than 3 Supermutants here, so just keep that in mind. Now, in terms of collectible nodes, there are logs, Aster, Blackberries, wild carrot flowers, glowing resin, silt beans, firecracker berries, and even off to the southwest of the site there is a gravel pit over there. So why don't we go ahead and start looking at this place, seeing the layout. Now, all these new wooden structures, the tires and stuff like that, those are all new, but the brick structures are old. They've been here. Along with that APC's been here, and there's also a crashed vertibird we'll see over there that's also been here. That was part of the original Appalachian Brotherhood of Steel. Now, if we take a look over here, we got a tent. Well, kind of half-collapsed tent with a sleeping bag you can't sleep in. We got this first structure here. We'll take a look at this. The reason these structures are unfinished, the people that were here building this site are now all dead. We will find all of their bodies. There are 3 notes here explaining what happened. Now we got this cooking station here. Right over here we got a little pile of loot. Some leather, dirty water, Instamash, and bobby pins. Along with that, there's a loose screw here and a drill. And let me note that there are at least 10 loose screws here found in individual boxes. Kind of a strange thing, but that is the case. Every screw that I found here was an individual box, not something where it's part of a fan or anything like that. Now, heading up here, we have a shelf, just some clutter. Not really any junk down here for you to pick up. They decided to incorporate the old doorway from the old structure for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Or maybe they didn't. They just used the wall. I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and head up the stairs. Okay. Now, this is clearly a work in progress. The roof's not even half done. And along with that, you've got reinforcing and stuff like that that's just lying all over the floor. Now, the first junk you can find here in the structure is right here. 2 of these loose screws. And that pretty much covers the first structure. Got a overturned truck here, an old trash can, some barrels of who knows what, and right over here, a minecart of what looks like just rock. Alright, let's head over here and take a look at the next structure. Got a couple fuel tanks there, I want to note, and a cage. Nothing in the cage. Let's take a look over here. Looks like they were building walkways, but then at some point the Supermutants decided to come in and put their own little touch on things here, but they're clearly not occupying this part of the site, so I don't really know why they did this. Anyway, let's take a look over here. We got the first body. This is Marilyn. Nothing to see there. We can head up here. A little bit more junk here. We can head in through this door. Got a cot. A stash. And then right over here, Crater Observations 2. We'll come back and read this in a minute because there's also Crater Observations 1. More junk here on these shelves. In fact, these bowls are actually stacked, so you can actually pick them up individually. Got a crate of junk right there. Okay, let's go ahead and head up to the next level. Again, more Supermutant stuff right there, but weirdly organized. I mean, what I mean by that is that's not something you typically see the Settlers of Foundation setting up, the whole spiked I-beams, but anyway, there are Supermutants here, so I guess we can call that their influence on this site, along with the stuff that's taking place down in the crater itself. Now we got some more boxes up here, another screw, a little bit more junk here, and we can head in here. Got some body parts. There are a few bones lying around, so if you're looking for bone, not a bad site for that. Not great, but not bad. Along with that, we got some of these reinforcing plates where They were clearly a work in progress sort of a situation. Alright. Coming out here, we've already checked out this area, so why don't we go ahead and move along. And we got another body right here. This is Ruggy. Kind of a strange name, but whatever. Crater Observations 1. June 17th. The setting up camp is going well. There's some old rubble down in the center of the crater, but we're wary of rads. There's a couple of guys here who used to work in mechanics, seeing if they can do anything to help lower the radiation. Okay. That's 1. Why don't we go ahead and go back downstairs and take a look at 2. And remember, that was June 17th. Here we go. June 21st. That strange machine seems to be working. Not quite sure how. Looks like the crew just threw together some junk. They're clever, I tell you. This should take care of the rads, but it looks a bit flimsy more that I look at it. Hopefully this ratty bunch don't break it. Alright, well, and in the eviction notice event, you are repairing that rad scrubber as it gets broken. Took the wrong turn there. Here we go. Alright, now that we're back up on this level, let's keep on moving. Okay, so we checked Ruggy's note, and also I should note there's another screw right there. Let's keep on going. Okay, if we come over here, we got another large platform, power armor station right there. There's a lot of glass junk lying around. Oh, hey, well, look at that. First collectible I found here. And now 6 visits. Actually, you know, it's probably actually closer to 8 with the number of times that I showed up here just looking for the eviction notice event. But a magazine. Alright, now if we come over here, a couple of bodies of the folks that used to work here. And there are pieces of junk that are sinking into this table. It's that brown bottle right there, those 2 books, obviously. And I have seen one of these books drop through the table, so something to keep in mind. And there's also the pack of cigarettes that's halfway in the table, and the ashtray that is not even lootable because it's so deep in the table. They've got multiple Vault-Tec signs around here. I'm not entirely sure why. This was not... as far as I know, Settlers of Foundation are not in any way affiliated with Vault-Tec or any specific vault, but anyway. Alright, there's also... Okay, now I'm thinking of the next platform over where the next body is. Alright, that does it for this platform. Let's move along. Like I said, more Vault-Tec stuff. Along with that, we got a couple of porta-potties here. Well, not porta-potties, outhouses. Same concept. Well, permanent versus temporary. Anyway, let's head up here. And here we have Kenneth Dean. This is the head of the site. And in fact, when the eviction notice kicks off, you'll hear his voice calling you in. Along with that, it looks like they've got a responders radio here. That's interesting. Anyway, Kenneth Dean's journal right here. June 9th. Building is going well, but supplies are disappearing quicker than we'd expected. Seen some big footprints near storage, and Ruggy said they saw something big running through the trees. Sent a call to Foundation for backup and more supplies. Hopefully that should calm the crew down, and we can get back to work. June 14th. Heard some loud noises outside the tents last night. Most of the crew slept through it, but it woke a few of us up. It sounded like growling and hard, heavy steps. Anxieties are growing. We'll continue to investigate. June 19th. Lots of progress made at the camp this week. Our homes are starting to come together. We have just finished the walls and the floors are under construction as I speak. We are still wary of the noises after dark, but we can't identify them. June 26th. Finally discovered the source of the noises. There was something huge out in the open this morning, but it was dark, and I only saw a brutish shadow. It was rummaging through the building supplies and seemed to be scouting out the area. My plan is to get the crew together, find out what it is, and run it out of our camp before it causes any damage. June 29th. Seems those creatures are the big green mutant things we've been hearing about, and the camp's still not finished, so we can't hope to defend ourselves. There are so many of them, and they're starting to fire their weapons. I can hear my crew falling. If you find this note, give them hell. Now, kind of a weird thing in that note where they don't know what supermutants are. When, to my knowledge, Foundation was one of the sites that was attacked during the big supermutant outbreak that was taking place during the Steel Rain content. So, I don't know how they wouldn't know what supermutants are, especially given that West Tech is right there. And there are supermutants out in the open all the time. You'd think that the folks at Foundation... you'd think they'd be well acquainted with supermutants. Anyway, though, why don't we go ahead and take a look at the crater itself. Okay, more of these I-beams that look like they're set up by the supermutants down here. Let's take care of these 3 real quick. Oh yeah, this is the world where I set up my damage to not be quite as high as it is on the other one. still high, but not like apocalyptic high. Okay, with that done, a lot of this debris was here before. A lot of this right here as well. Why don't we go ahead and take a look over here. That's the new glowing thing where the corpses that have loot on them glow. Interesting little concept there. Really definitely going to be helpful when you're talking about certain lighting situations and stuff like that. Now, this vertibird was here before, as I said. Or maybe I didn't. I don't know. This is the second or third time I've tried to record this. Anyway, though, coming right over here, we got a couple weapons. There's a couple missiles you can typically find in here, in this case 3. This was a original Appalachian Brotherhood of Steel vertibird here. It's been here since the game launched, so interesting little thing to note. Anyway, though, we'll continue on around the crater here. You can see that this was definitely a blast site, as I noted in the original unmarked location video, because all of the trees around the site are basically bent outward as though they were shocked out by the blast at this site. Now here's the gravel pit I was mentioning at the beginning, so you can set up an extractor on that if you build a camp on this site. Now then, let's head down here and around. Alright, we got a Jeep here with a toolbox in it. Okay, coming around here. These new wood and tire constructions, these are entirely new. Let's go ahead and check out the interior of the crater now. Alright, we'll start with this area up here. These floors were here, and there's the radiation. Plus 9 rads at the center of the crater. Now if we move up a little bit, we can check out this. Where we can climb up here, and there's kind of a walkway built. Now I don't know who's supposed to have built this, if it was the settlers of Foundation, or if it was the Supermutants, because there are these spikes here, there are spots where blood bags hang and stuff like that. This structure was here. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and head back down into the crater. There's that vertibird again. Okay. Now, strangely, this roof does not protect anything. There's no structure in here for this to be protecting. You'd expect that they'd maybe build a floor and then build a structure on top of that, but that's not the case. Anyway, though, let's head around here. Okay. I'm going to pop some... actually, you know what? Let's just put on... the Chinese stealth armor. That'll take care of that. Okay. Actually, you know, there are 4 notes here. I think I may have said there were 3 earlier. There are 4. Anyway, though. Jeez. I keep forgetting how high my jump is. Anyway, you can walk around this. Okay, nice view of the elevator over there for the monorail. Alright, let's head back in. Okay. With that covered, we got this original wall here at the site too. More original debris, and then along with that, some super mutant constructions. Little super mutant structure. This feels a bit too sophisticated for super mutants to set up. Like I see them setting up junk walls all over the place. This feels more like something that maybe the settlers of Foundation built here, but it also doesn't seem to match the quality of the upper structures, so I don't know. Anyway, though. We got multiple cages over here. Well, I'm sorry. There's one right there, and then there are multiple over here. Including some junk inside one of them and a body in the other one. Here we have Samuel Hackerman. And then right over here we have a hazmat suit, a note, a pin, tin can, bottle, and let's read this disgruntled note. Bastards sent me out here to take readings of these rocks. Yep, this one's radioactive. Hey look, this one too. Wait, what's this? Nope, radioactive. Screw this, I'm out of here. Check your own damn rubble, Robert. Now, I'm not sure if that was original to the site. I know there were at least 2 notes here that were commenting on the radioactivity here at this site beforehand, but anyway. Now, right over here we have the rad scrubber. Now, this is actually the generator for the rad scrubber, I believe, and that right up there is the rad scrubber. I don't know why you would bother. I guess protection from the rain with the glass there, but that's definitely no protection against bullets, and this thing gets shot up a lot during the eviction notice event. Let's see, is there anything else to show about this site in particular before going on to the eviction notice event? I think that pretty much covers it. So why don't we go ahead and take a quick look at the eviction notice event, I'm going to, of course, cut it down to size because it is, in its own right, 8 minutes long. That's how long it takes for the timer to click down before it acknowledges you as the winner of the event, I guess. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at that now.
Is anyone out there? This recording is a call for help. Our settler camp was attacked by mutants last night. Please help. My name is Kenneth Dean. We're south of Huntersville. I think I'm the last one alive. Probably won't be much longer. The mutants have left. For now, hurry and destroy their meat bags when you get here. That should drive them away if they come back. There's a machine in the crater. Should take care of the radiation in the area. Keep it running. We'll never finish building here if it breaks.
Alright, let's do it. I was gonna say, there are usually just 3 super mutants in here. What's with all these extra guys I'm having to shoot? Alright. Oh. Radix time. Oh, this is... okay. This generator cannot possibly be the rad scrubber, but I think it's just part of it. I think that's what we're looking at right there. Okay, meat bags? That count? No. I do like the concept of destroying meat bags to prevent the return of super mutants. Like wiping out their food source, I mean. Giving them less of an incentive to return. I am absolutely cheating in that I'm using my Fallout Worlds to film this, which is why it's taking like a bullet to kill each one of these guys. Let's see. But it also means that I can film this without dying multiple times in all likelihood, especially while wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Where are the rest of the meat bags? Ah, there's one. Hello, Suicider. Ah, found it. Uh-oh. They're actually attacking the rad scrubber. So what exactly did destroying those meat bags do? Was that just one of the requirements? I was actually kind of assuming that so long as we defended this thing for the 8 minutes or whatever it is that it takes, that it would just be okay and finish things out. And then if we destroyed the meat bags, it would get it done faster, but I guess it is just one of the conditions of completing it. Yeah, this is definitely not a solo event. Not if you're not playing in a Fallout world, I mean. Or heck, I don't know. Maybe people with better equipment than I've got. Ooh, who did that? Holy crap! Good God! Okay. Might be time to put on the Chinese stealth armor or even just a hazmat suit. Holy crap. Okay, so destroying the rad scrubber causes a massive burst in radiation, so keep that in mind. And it takes it a minute to drop. It doesn't just stop being an issue if you repair it. Let's see. There we go. Good lord, there are a lot of super mutants out here. Oh, crap. 10 seconds. There we go. Yeah, don't attempt to do this without some sort of radiation protection. I think that's the lesson of that. Huh. That didn't seem to have done much damage to this rad scrubber at all. So suiciders are a threat to you, not the rad scrubber. At least that's my takeaway. Holy crap, there are a lot of these guys. And I think that firing sound is still coming from that dead one over here. Let's see what happens if I try to loot all the enemies here. Holy crap. Well, it's not letting me click on anything on the right side, but, wait, what is that showing? Oh, wow. Okay, okay, all the nearby corpses. Interesting. Alright, that's eviction notice. Really wish they would stop making that noise. What do we get? Settler's reputation, the debilitator. Okay, what's the debilitator? Let's see. There it is. Ah. 40% faster swing speed on a super sledge. That's pretty neat. That actually seems pretty deadly. Alright, back to the rest of the video. Well, that should just about do it for this site, so why don't I show you the full list of all the loot that I found here? Okay, well, this has been the Resolute Cartographer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.